How's it going, Sports Wars? This is Roy the Bearded Bulldog coming at you with another video. Um, Today's video is going to be about the recently announced halftime performers. Actually, more breaking news right before I started recording the video today. Another portion of the show was announced. It all started yesterday with the announcement of Maroon 5, or as everybody else calls it, Adam Levine and his background music. And then today they announced that Cardi B and also Travis Scott would be joining him. Needless to say, there are not a lot of people happy about this. Obviously, outside of Maroon 5 fans, I want to start this by saying that I have nothing against Maroon 5, Adam Levine. Not really anything against Cardi B. She's not really my thing. Travis Scott, I'm sorry. I'm an old guy. I don't know who the fuck Travis Scott is. If maybe you played one of his most popular song, maybe I'd be like, oh, okay, that's who he is. But I don't know anything by name. Nothing jumps out. I couldn't tell you the name of the song. I couldn't tell you anything. Cardi B, I know a little bit about. None of it's super flattering. I know she had a couple hot songs. I know they wasted probably the hottest beat of the year on her last year, was it? Adam Levine and Maroon 5 I know a little bit about. But my gripe with the entire halftime show is it's in the state of Georgia, which, as a lot of y'all know, is my home state. They ignored a lot of homegrown talent in the state of Georgia. That's a problem for me. It seems like the NFL had a chance here to kind of acknowledge the state and city that the Super Bowl is being played in. This is their biggest game of the year. So I could kind of understand wanting this to be as popular as possible. I had one person presented an argument to me the other day that the halftime show is not for the people watching the actual game. It's for the person that's watching for the commercials. Why? You're forgetting key demographics here. I don't really know any hardcore football fans that are like, oh man, I gotta cop that Maroon 5 album. They missed a golden opportunity to me. I know one thing that the MTV Music Awards used to be known for is these big surprise performances. I know that's not something that the NFL is known for, but I know they partnered up with MTV a few years ago, and I feel like a really big missed opportunity. My number one vote for having a halftime show in Atlanta, Georgia, is to get the most famous Atlanta, Georgia act of all time. And that's Outkast. I love Outkast. Outkast is my favorite rap group of all time. To me, they're the best rap group of all time. Leave comments below if you disagree. You're not going to change my mind. Outkast is it. Big Boy, Andre 3000. I could play their entire... I've been listening to Outkast since they were on cassette tapes. So you're not going to change my mind. I presented an argument in a group yesterday. To me, they could have done a concert with Outkast, Usher, Lil Jon, maybe Ludacris. Ludacris is mainstream now. He's not just a rapper. He's an actor. He's got fans all over the place. Or as Ludacris would say, he's got hoes in different area codes. I mean, Ludacris is mainstream. Lil Jon is from the area. He graduated college in the area. Used to host radio shows in the area. He is Atlanta. Outkast is Atlanta. Usher is Atlanta. And the counter argument to the acts that I presented, everybody's like, oh no, they want somebody who's currently relevant, currently popular. And I was like, in the last decade, hasn't the NFL had both Tom Petty and Aerosmith? Aerosmith, I mean, yeah, they got a little hot with that Armageddon soundtrack, but didn't that come out like 98, 99? And then Tom Petty, once again, not disrespecting the talent. Tom Petty's an all-time talented guy. You're not catering towards the younger crowd. I mean, I'm 35, and Outkast is. I'm the guy, the age range that they're catering to now. They don't care about the young crowd. They don't care about the old crowd. They want those people in the middle. What's it, the 18 to 55 demo of males, and now adding females to the mix because they want more females watching the game now. But Outkast is insanely popular, man. They're as popular as really any of the other acts that they mentioned. I mean, Maroon 5, they are what they are, but I don't think their level of talent base reaches the heights that Outkast reached. I mean, especially during the Hey Ya days and the speaker box Love Below. I mean, that was obviously the height of their popularity. But before then, they had been rock stars to my generation for years. I mean they'd been out 10 years by the time Love Below and Speaker Box came out. Even if you try to maintain that NFL's scared of hip hop because of the other people against the kneeling, and they're afraid that political statements. Outkast has never really been known as a political act, man. They've never been. They represent Georgia. They represent having a good time. My favorite quote from Big Boy of Outkast of all time is he got arrested on a cruise ship for having Viagra and ecstasy, and his quote was, "Shit, they said it was a love boat." So that's Outkast, man. I mean, I've heard other, like, they try to bring up some of the other kind of hot acts right now. Migos, they brought up T.I. and Future, and I could kind of see like that. You're specifically catering to a younger crowd there, and I could see where that could turn off the people who are actually buying the tickets and paying for products that are going to be advertised during this, buying the bulk of it. Not to say that the young crowd doesn't buy anything, but I could kind of see where that would turn off the younger crowd. Whereas Outkast, man, hip hop's been around 30 plus years now. It's mainstream. It's universal. White, black, doesn't matter. Rap music doesn't have a color barrier anymore. Some of the, I mean, obviously me, I'm 35 in Georgia. Everybody knows my brother John. Same thing, man. We grew up listening to rap music. Aaron, our guy in the group, white dude. Same thing, man. I mean, hip hop knows no color boundaries anymore. It's across all colors, all income lines, tax lines, property lines. Don't fucking matter. Country lines, everything. Hip hop has gone universal. That's why I think going with an older established act like Outkast, like Ludacris, as much as people don't want to admit it, Ludacris is an established act now, man. He's been around almost 20 years. And I know that's fucking hard for me to swallow by myself. Back for the First Time came out when I was in high school. So that's crazy. Usher, same thing. Usher was popular. He's been popular 20 years now. Damn, that makes me feel old. So these aren't like new kind of acts that are going to fade away and just disappear into obscurity. These are well established. Their resumes are set. What better way to showcase the musical talent of Atlanta than to have Outkast showing up midfield, the lights coming on, and you hear that familiar, the intro to Rosa Parks, or that intro to Bombs Over Baghdad, or any fucking Outkast song you can think of. That familiar, instantly, people would go nuts. You don't have to limit it to even rap music, man. I know Atlanta's kind of the hip-hop capital of the South right now. Man, you got Jason Aldean. Jason Aldean's from my hometown, Macon, Georgia. He's a popular act right now. I know he didn't really have I'm not that familiar with his kind of library of music. I know a couple of his little slow jams. I'm married. Fuck y'all. I know some of his slow jams. I don't really know if he has anything that would go well at a football game. But hell, you can mix him in. Him and Ludacris have a couple songs together, man. Ludacris and Usher have songs together. I mean, Outkast is kind of the only one that doesn't really have songs with the other ones, but Outkast is Outkast. You don't need anybody else. Sound off below, man. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short. Sound off below. Tell me what you think. Should the NFL cater to the Super Bowl's home city and try to use local talent for halftime shows? Does it matter? Do you give a shit? I hear a lot of people complaining about the Super Bowl halftime show. I know a couple years ago when it was Lady Gaga, everybody raised hell about it. I mean, I don't give a shit about Lady Gaga one way or another. It's not my music. Sign off below. Let me know what you think. Should the NFL try to cater to these host cities and get local talent? If you think so, who should Atlanta get this year? Let me know.